It's 94.7 FM Blair Radio, our nonprofit news brought to us by RVR Bank. I want to say thank you to RVR Bank for sponsoring and supporting nonprofit organizations in Blair, Washington County and the surrounding area. Today we have Sherry, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Sherry, and you're with an organization that really helps employment for older individuals. Mm-hmm. Is that correct? So
Absolutely.
tell us the name of the company you're with.
Yeah, so it's National Able Network.
Okay. And tell us what does that mean?
Sure. It's the CSEP program, so it stands for Senior Community Service Employment Program.
Okay, so you're working with seniors to be able to get back into the workforce. A lot of times is this because seniors have limited incomes and things like that. Sometimes they have to get back into the workforce, or then also sometimes the workforce just needs employees too, right?
Right, a little bit of both. So we help seniors that possibly have retired and then over time they figured out that, hey, I can't afford to live without regular income. So they look to us to get back in that workforce. And then another part of the way that the program gives back is that those seniors will go and work for nonprofits so that they can help staff their workforce for no cost to them.
So you're really working then specifically with nonprofit organizations. And so where did this start or for you guys?
Yeah, so this is a program through the U.S. Department of Labor, the Older Americans Act, and it's the only program of its kind tailored towards specifically for older Americans.
And you have started this. Are you from like an Omaha chapter of this, or is that kind of appropriate way to think of it?
So it's a federal program, but they operate all across the country. But National Able has about 5 states where we operate, and I am the career coach for way eastern Nebraska, and we have about half of the state. There's another coach working out of Lincoln handling the central portion.
Okay, so really this is something that is available for communities all across Nebraska as well as all across the country then.
Absolutely. So any nonprofits, if they're needing, even if they have volunteers that are already working with them that they know, if those people are over 55 and they're looking to get back into the workforce or, wanting to get paid for that volunteer service, they can look to our program and see if they qualify. And that would be a good opportunity for these agencies to utilize the seniors that are already volunteering with them.
So how is it that this is not bigger than it has been? Because this is a really good program.
Right. It's, we operate a lot in smaller communities, so it's just a matter of getting the word out. In Douglas County, it's very active and we have a lot of folks involved, but it's just a matter of getting that word out. And there's only so many of us. So, we can only cover so much ground. I went out, did some outreach on Friday, and then the weather, of course, got in the way. But it's just a matter of just getting the word out really to other nonprofits, and also government entities can be involved too. We have some a couple individuals that are doing their community service site at the city of Lincoln, for example, so they can get involved too.
So the city municipality itself can actually be a part of this program.
Yep, absolutely.
So for example, Washington County is really rich for something like this, with 112 nonprofits in our county alone. So that's, again, a lot of opportunity for a population that is also getting a little older. We don't want to admit this, but we all look in the mirror, don't we?
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, it is a great opportunity for seniors that are looking to get back into the workforce, where they can give back by doing some volunteer work at an agency in their own community, and also getting paid for that. And then we help them find regular employment, unsubsidized employment, if you will, once they've kind of gotten those skills brushed up on and feel more comfortable back into the workforce.
So how does this work? How do organizations and individuals kind of get involved to be able to meet each other?
Yeah, so we have a pre-screening where we look at their, their income. We look back 12 months on their income to see if they're eligible. They've got to be 55 years and older, and they have to be currently unemployed and looking to get back into the workforce. And then we work with them to find them a host site where they can do between 20 and 35 hours a week. They get paid minimum wage while they're doing that. And then once they get comfortable, then we help work with them. We have resume writing. We can work with them on computer skills and present job leads to them so that we can help them find ready gainful employment.
And then on the other side, you have the organizations themselves. How do they apply for that?
Yep. So they can reach out to me or the other coach in Nebraska or anywhere else, in the country. Reach out to their local. Usually we're partners through the American Job Centers. So there's American Job Centers scattered throughout the U.S. But here there's the one for this county is in Omaha. They can reach out to them or to me directly and say they'd like to be part of the CSEP program. And then we can get started having them be a host site.
And with that, what is the longevity of this program? So it looks like, because we always look at it is whether it's a nonprofit or anything, doesn't mean it's not money. Yeah, there's funds that have to go into this to be able to help support it, to help it grow, to help it go. So how does that work?
Yeah. So the individual can be in our program for up to 4 years. But that, allows them time to brush up on their work skills. But usually it doesn't take that long for them to do that. We, on average, it's about 2 years that they stay in the program, and then can, serve with that nonprofit. And then hopefully, that nonprofit that they're with may have the ability to hire them on themselves. Otherwise, we work with them to find other employment. And, this program's been around for a long time. Don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, so it's really helping individuals learn. I almost think of it, as you were talking here, kind of like an internship for high school graduates. So it's the next layer of internships, going in, learning a skill, learning about what you can do with what's next in life.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, they get, and we try and match them with a site that's related to what their interest level is. So if they're interested in, working in restaurants in the future, we'll try and find them somewhere where they can work in a kitchen and maybe serving meals to seniors or other individuals, things like that. We try and match them up with their interest level.
Is there a website or a Facebook page that they can go and learn more right now?
Yep. So I have it right here. If they go to www.nationalable.org/SCSEP for CSEP.
Okay. And so you can be able to learn more there, and I'm sure apply through that as well, or at least be able to be able to get the next step going.
Yep. Absolutely. There is an 800 number also where they can reach a contact center, and then they're referred to the coach in their area.
Okay. And then do you guys have any social media where people can follow along and see what's going on?
We do. We have a Facebook page. I believe we have a presence on Instagram. Those are all kind of being revamped.
Okay.
But I know that they are working. We do have a Facebook page on National Able where they can look up other services and programs that National Able has, as well as the CSEP program.
And so at this point in time, you are just getting more of the word out. Are you already working with organizations within Washington County?
We are starting to. So
Okay.
I have spoken with Kelly here about partnering and just really starting to get the word out. I just was involved in one of the interagency meetings to meet some of the other nonprofits in the area. So hopefully expanding our network into Washington County a little bit more.
Okay. So if anybody has any questions, you can certainly go to the website. Now, if you go to our Facebook page, it will have all the link and everything going to you guys. Try to make it easy for everybody. But if you know somebody or are somebody that you think either qualifies or would like to find more information. That's what you're looking for. You could also take referrals too, right?
Right, absolutely. We'll screen them over the phone, let them know the specifics of the program, kind of talk to them about, what kind of income they're receiving as far as Social Security and things like that. Just because they're already getting Social Security or maybe some other pension doesn't mean they would not be eligible. Most of our clients are receiving Social Security or disability. And so we look at all that and run it through a income calculator to see where they fall, and then talk to them about potential host sites they might be interested in.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in and letting us know about that, and being able to let Washington County know about it now, because it is something that people have always said, well, we're empty nesters, we're retired, now what? Retirement gets boring. So then another opportunity right here to be able to work with organizations right here in our community and surrounding areas. So thank you for letting us know all about that.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.